and everyone was like posturing to try to impress him.
Oh my god, yeah, that's always how it
It was
goes.
so sad. It was so fucking sad. Like there were a couple of young guys in there, but oh, dude, I was over it.
Yeah, I get that completely. Especially like these later jobs I've had now where I'm working with the 20-year-olds again, 17-year-olds again, and seeing the how I used to be in them and wondering how much of a loop this all is, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. You can see the Matrix code, right?
Mm-hmm.
You you can imagine what they're going through, where they are mentally. Like you've been there, you've done that.
Yes, yeah.
Got the T-shirt.
Yeah, I got the t-shirt. I fucking worked there for 12 years. Um, I I think it's amazingly wild how we just repurpose into each other.
Can't stop, won't stop, man.
Yeah. Um, this is the Sandpit, episode 27. Yeah, what?
27.
Yeah,
What the hell
27.
already?
Yeah, man.
We've been doing this like over half a year.
Yes. Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah, so it's not it's pretty good. I'm glad. I know I always say this, but happy that we're doing it.
Me
Uh,
too, man. I'm glad we're all still alive, still here, appreciating each other's company.
on the
There's no
Yeah,
guarantees
yeah.
in this life, man.
on the mic is myself, Tom, Stoba,
That's me.
and Abe.
Hello, hello. I guess I'm still here and still Mexican. So yeah.
Glad
Uh,
you're still here, man.
I'm very glad. Things are nonstop going south. Um, it's like the thing too is like I say that, but also it's just again, like I said, a repeat of things of the past just folded into each other. To
Time's a flat circle, man.
what'd you
Keep
say?
circling around.
What's a
Time's a flat circle.
flat circle?
Did you ever watch
It sounds
what
familiar.
was True Detective
No, no, I always
season
wanted.
1?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I think you'd really appreciate it, honestly.
Yeah, why is that?
It's a it's a little bit philosophical, a little bit crime procedural, and a lot of rogue cop.
Yeah, it does sound like it's up my alley.
You'd enjoy it for sure.
Um, flat circle. I see time more as one strip a piece of paper that is looped into itself to make an infinite loop. It's just
Like a Mobius strip.
yeah, I think that's right. Um,
I think time is an illusion. It's just cause and effect as we measure it.
yeah, it's just a way to measure things, which is true. I mean, that's the thing too. Is like it's how we communicate. Certain things have happened, or when something did happen, so that we can understand it, right? Just like a ruler,
Yeah.
I need to know how long a foot is. I grab a ruler, whatever. It's a measurement. Um,
It's all relative, right?
the
You
thing,
know, anything moving light speed doesn't even experience time, like a photon.
yeah, I,
We think like a photon travels like 14 billion years to get from like a distant galaxy to us and then like bumps into a mountain and ceases to exist. To the photon, it's like it just exists and stops existing like instantaneously.
mm-hmm.
Because at the speed of light, like time doesn't exist. There is no cause and effect.
This was to say too. Like, I know that the further away from Earth you get, the slower time, or the faster time gets. Um, and it just makes me think about, time itself, or how we measure time should
Yeah,
be altered based off of the gravitational force that we're next to.
yeah. That's my understanding too, man. It's like it's all relative, right?
Hmm.
Like even if we could travel like at 99% the speed of light, it would still take us so long to get to like, a neighboring star or something. It'd still take us years. But like from our perspective on Earth, it would take years. But if you were actually in that ship traveling at that speed, it would seem like way less. It would be like a
Yeah.
week
Yep.
because that shit's relative.
Yeah.
It's weird, man.
I
I don't know. Science is cool.
I liked how Interstellar did it. That movie. Um.
Yeah, dude. That's a hell of a movie. I need to eat some mushrooms and watch that movie again.
Yeah. Um.
Seems like a good time.
It was. It was. I was actually surprised. I enjoyed it. I like the
Yeah, and
design.
fuck Matt Damon,
I like.
right?
Yeah.
Who expected that motherfucker to be a villain?
When I saw that he was there, I was like, he's in this movie. Okay, he's in this movie for either a really good reason or a really bad reason.
Right? They're not going to give Matt Damon
No.
like a throwaway no role,
I
right? It has to be something important.
Yeah. I thought maybe
Yeah, that's
he
true.
gets back up to the spaceship or whatever and like dies whatever. Anyways.
Hey, those were all white fuckers, right? There was like no representation in that movie. That was all white people doing that shit.
What are you talking about? There's a black guy. He was the one that stayed back. They came back and he was super old.
Oh yeah, what did he do for the movie?
He got to live a long life in the space station.
So cool. Great representation.
Hey man, he held down the fort. Somebody's got to.
Well, shouts out to having a
Well,
black guy in Interstellar. Abe, what's your opinion?
think about it. It was set in the future, right? So I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
maybe actually it was more accurate than we would like to think. With what's
Oh
going on right
man,
now.
you understand
Yeah,
there was no Mexicans in America by that point. Oh no.
man, that's
Hmm.
true. There was.
No wonder all the fucking crops failed, dude.
Yep.
That shit wasn't a fucking ecological disaster. It was a fucking immigration disaster.
Oh man, that's that's fucking rough. Um,
Never gonna watch that movie the same way again.
yeah, you had to start looking for the diversity.
Oh no, the planet's doomed.
I,
We sent all the migrants back to Mexico.
you know what? I think even when they like in the future and they're on a space station, I can't think of seeing a lot of non-whites.
Yeah, dude.
God, I want to make a joke, but
Even
I'm
Matthew
not gonna.
McConaughey was like, "Fuck it, I can't grow corn.
Yeah.
I'll go launch myself into outer space."
Uh,
Yeah.
so today, I on the this is the Sandpit. The preface. This, we're always kind of shifting around, but this is Sandpit. We're going to talk about something a little bit more sad and depressing this time. We'll see how it goes. We had a mutual friend, Nonex, pass recently. Uh, and we just wanted, or I would like to talk about it a bit. Talk about him, talk about different things, the ways I met him, things I've gone through with him. I personally knew Nonex before I knew Abe, so I've known him for a very long time. I would say like maybe 20 years plus. Yeah. Um, but yeah, that's what we're going to kind of talk about a little bit. Uh, and for anybody that does not know Nonex or never knew Non, um, this dude was what robots wish they could be. He was so zoned in and perfectionist on everything. Uh, and he was a non-stop machine. Um, Extremely nice. Always wanted to do the right thing. Amazing dude.
Yeah.
Um, so with I met him through Hiro, I believe. Another mutual friend of Stova and mine. I don't know if Abe's met.
Hmm.
I think Abe's met Hiro, just like on and off.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Um,
yeah. On Gunbound, I
yes.
remember his the teleport.
Yep.
Oh God, yeah, I remember. I know. Met. I forgot how I met Hiro. I think it was in Ragnarok Online beta. I met him there, and then once that went out of beta, it went. I started playing Persona, Persona, not Persona, Pristine.
Pristine Tail.
Yes, Pristine Tale. Um,
What on earth was that?
an old MMO. Um,
Hmm.
you should look it up. It was kind of fun. I liked it. Um,
Was it tail like Tale, or tail like, like a bird tail,
Tale.
Tail? Okay.
Uh, when I was playing that, I was playing it with another friend that Abe knew. Um, I think yeah, Abe knew that dude. Uh, but when I was playing that, I ran into Hiro, and he was like, "Hey, let's party together." He invited me, and no next was in there. And I was like, "Oh, I don't know this person." We played that for a while. When I say a while, I mean like a month or something. It went offline, I think. I think it went out beta, and I won't say over the time failed, but and a couple months pass. I started playing Ragnarok online again on a private server, and I just happened to run into Hiru and Nonex and Domi. Oh man, Sheshar is what she used to go by, I believe. Is that right, Abe? I always forget her first nickname she used to.
Yeah, Cheshire Cat, so Cheshire or whatever.
Yeah. Um, and that's around the time that Nonex and me, I think, really started to hang out a lot more, talk a lot more, do more together. And it was, I don't know, man. It was weird when at first, because I like knew nobody. I was, in that awkward phase of where I was at. But it ended up being an amazing friendship built built on there. Uh, that dude was fucking crazy. I mean, for real. He, I remember when they Ragnarok Online had like people versus or guilds versus guilds. He would run like 15 clients at once, and somebody would run like four more, or split up in some way. Um, and it was complete perfect defense. And, like it was wild how easily he was able to like figure it out, set it up, do it. And he did that with pretty much everything that we did. Um,
Yeah.
there there was never the like, no Nex was wrong about this. It was always no Nex is the right way to follow. Um, I know he used to beat himself up a lot whenever like mistakes were made. He'd blame himself a lot. And it's just like, man,
For sure. Yeah.
it's not your fault, man. You're fucking the first one to not be in five ball. Even when it would be his fault, it still was like, no, that's your first mistake out of 9 million of mine. You're good. Um,
Yeah, he was remarkably like capable
yes,
in any game we played. He was probably harder on himself than anybody else was.
Yes.
Always consistently like the best.
God,
Ah,
I remember playing tribes with him once. Um, and I was just like learning it. I was jumping through the air, jump packing, and he was just sniping me out of the air like it was fucking nothing. I was like, dude, how are you doing this? I can't play this with you. You're too fucking good.
yeah, he was ridiculous, man. Any game he like tried and applied himself to, he was amazing.
Yeah, yeah. Um,
Oh, yeah, that's kind of I remember that. Wasn't he biologically like from like Asian?
hmm
Yeah,
I
definitely, he
think
was very
that
Chinese.
did that have something to do with it? You think,
Oh yeah, Chinese people are just better at video games, right?
or just better at like doing shit in general? Like they like
yeah,
I have a I have a Chinese friend, and like he like became very well off on like Bitcoin and like AI and all this. Like really just good at figuring shit out.
yeah. I think the that Asians in general are very capable.
I
Um,
think Asians are better than whites. Bold opinion.
I don't think that's bold. I think I don't like to say things of that nature. What I like to say is that some people are better than others. The average um, of the race is better at certain things than others. It's just how genetics work.
Are
Um,
you saying some colors are better than others?
I try not to say colors either. I feel like that
Right. But
dehumanizes
some people.
some people.
You know what it is?
What what's the best colored people?
You know what it is, all right. It's not really like even color or race. I think it's more just culture, right? It's
Yes,
like
yes,
how a how a person is like programmed and raised, and even if they're not in that that country or that area anymore, it still kind of follows through the way that they're raised within their family. You
yes.
know,
I think that's perfect. Perfect way of putting it. Um, and
Well,
yeah,
Nan was definitely exceptional at like everything I saw him apply himself to.
yeah,
He had a special like his favorite games were like gotcha games. I know he played this shit out of all of them. From like Honkai to Genshin to like five more I didn't even know. He just had like the free to play cycle like
man,
so
yeah,
figured out. I remember playing like a good bit of Genshin and Honkai when they first came out. And just as I was like figuring stuff out, like I'd see what Nan was doing. And that guy was like not just doing everything better than me, but seeing like 10 steps ahead of me.
yeah, yeah.
Like he wouldn't just know what to do in the moment. He would know like what was the most efficient route to take, given like a patch and when stuff was coming out,
Mm-hmm.
where to spend your time, where to spend your limited currencies, like what you should be upgrading, what you should be building towards. He was genuinely like a genius at those kinds of games.
I He did that with pretty much every game too. I mean, let's see here. In Ragnarok, he knew what would be the quickest way to level your character because it was just a game where you sit there and grind. Um,
Yeah.
and he was very big about I want the end level spells and abilities to play with. I don't want to fuck around. Um, so I mean, he again would have a system of do this to get this, and you'll be good. You'll be good at what you do, or you'll have what you want to be able to do what you want to do. Um, and while even when I was leveling up a warrior with him, uh, he'd be like, "This is the route of quests we need to take. Do not take this quest." I've very planned
Yeah.
out, very efficient. Um, to the point where he was like, once you turn in this quest, you'll hit blah blah blah. Once you turn this quest, you'll hit this blah blah blah. And he was very very right about it. Um,
Yeah. And that efficient mentality like served him really well in the games he played a lot,
mhm,
right? Like lots of gotcha games, lots of grinding games, lots of games where you have like limited resources to apply to your character, and he was just super good about applying those in the most efficient way.
yeah, I agree. I think he also was a absolutely amazing friend. Very good support system for me. I know that, and I know for a few other
Oh,
people.
for tons of people, man.
Yeah.
Like when he died and the announcement came through that he died, so I was surprised at how many people were like open and vulnerable about how big of an impact he'd had on their lives. Like people talking about like how much they talk to him every day. Like he was a really big part of so many
Yeah.
people's lives.
Yes.
Like I didn't talk to him much. I probably reached out to him like every few months. But he was part of people's everyday. I know he was always posting like trailers and links to games that he was passionate about, right? Like gotcha
Mhm.
games or
Mhm.
stuff coming out. He was always like a huge like ray of energy in people's lives of like enthusiasm and just love of the game, man. And it's hard to replace. I don't think anybody else can even replace that.
No. Yeah. There's no way.
Like it's definite. His death is leaving a huge gap in so many people's lives.
Y-
Tough.
Yeah. It really is. Um, I know when I found out, I don't know, weird way, but when I found out, it was extremely saddening. Um,
Yeah.
and I hadn't talked to him in a little while because him and me also had rough past a little bit on certain stuff.
Yeah.
Um, and I kind of wanted to give him space. Uh, but lately I was like, man, I gotta get him into Turtlewell and then Valheim. I need to reach out to him, and then this kind of happened.
Yeah, dude. Out of nowhere, right?
Hmm. Um, man, I he really was a fucking beast when he played games. I mean, like, would log on. We'd both start playing a game at the same time, and I would go to sleep, and I would wake up, and he'd be like 40 levels ahead of me. It was like, dude, what the fuck? He's like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, I figured it out, like,
Yeah, he could just find the most efficient route through things, right?
yeah,
But just in a ridiculous way. Like as if it were just everyday bullshit. He'd look at a game and be like, 2 plus 2, I figured it out. Crazy, man.
the only there, you know what? It's true, but there's also one game I had over him. Now that I think about
What were you better at
it,
not then?
mount your friends.
Oh god, man. Yeah, that was I think we both made non-rage quit a
We
game or
did.
two once or twice.
Yes, yeah.
I think what did I upset him at?
Gunbound.
Gunbound. Yeah, I think I
Yes.
pissed him off in Gunbound. I felt bad about that.
I was surprised he used to be real good at it. Um,
Yeah, I think I called him a human piece of
you
shit.
did, yes, you did, yeah.
I meant it in a
No,
loving
you did.
way.
No, you didn't. I was there when you
Yeah, I
called him
did.
that. No, you
I
didn't.
didn't mean it
No,
hatefully. It was a term of endearment.
you meant it so hatefully because I was on the
I
grub
wow.
next to him and you told him shot two or whatever, and he goes to shot one instead and misses me, doesn't kill me, and you go, you human piece of shit.
Well, okay. For context, let's keep in mind I used to be a blue dragon in Gunbound.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's very high rating, and I could give firing coordinates like
Mhm.
teammates. I could tell you like just aim at this angle, like aim at 55
Yeah.
degrees and shoot at like two and a half bars, and you'll definitely hit and kill the other person. And I remember telling No Next very carefully that he should shotgun you,
Mhm.
which is a very straightforward move where you put your gun inside of the other person and then you fire at full power. It's so simple. And I remember he spent like the whole turn like driving around,
Oh yeah.
not doing what I told him to do. And I may have gotten a little upset and called him a human piece of shit, but I meant it in a loving and endearing way.
How?
And he may have quit on the spot and not
Yes.
talked to me for a year or two.
Yep.
But in my heart, I think he still loved me as much as I have continued to love him.
Yes. I think so too.
I,
Uh,
I, I did talk to him after that, for the record.
that's good.
I messaged him. The last message we had was way back in November of 2025
So
when I got a puppy and sent him some photos because that man loved
you
dogs.
love dogs so much
Yeah,
and pandas.
there was no bad blood, honestly.
Yeah, of course.
Can, can I say something?
Yeah, of course.
So, so I've never approached video games the way you guys have, and I can't say that I ever had too many like one-on-ones with him, but I did see him a bit when I would like join games when Tom was on there or what have you, or Dami or what have you. And I gotta say that while I don't know that side of him, also I do know the side of him. Anytime I interacted with him, it was always it was always a good experience.
Hmm.
He was always a very funny individual, you know, like just
Yeah,
in his ways and very very he one of those people that could kind of like surprise you with like their commentary on something like, oh, that's pretty funny, type of.
Hmm.
So yeah,
Uh,
that's what I remember best about him. And the panda thing, yeah.
yeah, for sure, man.
something else about Non is he very private person. Um, I've never seen a photo of him. And
Yeah, very much.
he didn't use a mic for, man, I want to say like 5 years ago is when we started using a mic. Um,
Even then, he was so selective about it, man.
yes, yes.
He would speak up on the rarest of occasions, like once a year.
Hmm.
And when he did, it brought the house down because it was always like perfectly comedically timed. It was usually like a clap back at somebody like talking shit out of their lane,
Yes, yep.
and he would correct them, and people fucking loved it,
It
dude.
was so
Anytime
good.
Non spoke, it was the fucking best.
That's so true. I think I remember the first time he spoke was we were raiding in Final Fantasy, I think, and somebody
Yeah,
was doing what you just said pretty much, and he clapped back, and it just stopped the raid in the complete. Our healer stopped healing. Like it was as if God spoke, and we're like,
yeah,
what? Um,
it was fantastic, dude.
it's good.
Every time.
I mean, it's good to think about those good times. Of course. Death is hard to deal with, and everybody deals with it differently.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna come for us all in the end, right?
Yeah.
I feel
Mhm.
like No Next dying is like the first big death I've had in like my immediate circle of friends. that I grew up playing WoW with, through my 20s. And now I'm in my 40s, and I feel like it's almost a miracle that we haven't had someone else die, you know. So we'll probably have more, man. I don't know who's gonna
Um,
be the next to go, but
so,
Nonex is a hard one because he was genuinely like the best of us.
yes.
Like I know everybody says that when somebody dies, like he was the nicest, he was the sweetest, he was the least deserving. But no, out of all of the circle of like 15 of us assholes who all played WoW together, Nonex genuinely was the absolute nicest, sweetest, softest hearted motherfucker I knew, and the most competent. No one deserved it less. If any of you other motherfuckers could have died first, I would have voted for it. Nonex didn't deserve it, man.
Yeah, I agree with that.
He was the best. I loved him to death.
Yeah, me too. I He was one of the more important ones. Um, he so for me, I'm 42. Um, I've had two friends die previously before Nonex in the same year, who I also
Damn.
also think that they were top tier of what people should be. Um, it's surprisingly hard to lose a friend like that. Um,
Yeah.
I think that you don't really think about losing friends until it actually happens. Um,
Yeah, 100%, man.
uh, and then also there's the thought of, well, they're just a friends, friends come and go. But man, Nonex, Abe, Stova, Maru, and maybe like one or two other people. I'll lose you guys. If I lose you before myself, it's gonna be fucking rough. I've known you for so long.
Ah, you'll be fine, man. It is tough though, man. I haven't really lost like a close friend like Nonex before.
Yes.
I I've had other friends like lose friends of theirs, now that I'm in my 40s. Like I've seen other people go through this. But now that I've gone through it myself a little bit, I kind of understand more like it feels almost like losing a part of yourself. Like I have so many memories with Nonex. Like little funny anecdotes, things we shared. Like funny individual moments that like only I remembered and he would remember. And now that he's gone, like that side of it doesn't exist. Only my memories exist now.
Yes. Yeah.
And it feels like losing a piece of myself. Like these stories I would tell, these fun moments that I shared with someone else are just fucking gone. They only exist in my memory. And they were so wonderful. And I couldn't imagine someone better to share them with than Non. Also, I didn't know his name was Wilson. I knew that motherfucker
I,
for 20
Yeah,
fucking
man.
years. I didn't know his full fucking name. I knew his name was Will. I'd heard that before,
Oh
but
yeah.
it
I
wasn't until he died I actually learned his fucking full name.
I always got confused with William, and he'd get pissed at me. I'm like, dude, man, I've known you by non for fucking years now. It's hard for me to swap.
I know. It's the same way you call me Stober, right? Like we go by our online handles so much.
Yeah,
I feel like I grow more attached to that online handle than my real name.
I I'll be real with you, Stoba. I call you Stoba out of respect, 'cause I remember around the first time I met you, or around the time in WoW when we started getting to know each other. Um, he called you by your real name, and now it's like, oh, that's your real name, and you said I prefer to be called by Stoba. So I was like, okay,
Oh, cool. Cool. I don't remember that at all, but
I,
thank you.
you're
Thank you.
welcome. I try to be respectful about what people want to be called by.
It's just weird. I feel like I always had more of a social life online than in real life. So I got more used to being called Stoba than like my real first name. So it almost seems more respectful to like be called by your online handle than by like your real life first name, you know?
Yeah. It's I'll tell you, it's weird being called Fall, um, because I think I never really was attached to that name until Final Fantasy 14. I think during
Yeah.
WoW, even when I was running with the name Fall there, it was still like, oh, I'm Tom, and so people would call me Tom because on Ventrilo you put your name or whatever and it'd show your name.
Yeah. Remember Final Fantasy is where I definitely spent the most time with Nod.
Oh
Like I
yeah,
definitely knew him from like World of Warcraft, but there were years of playing Final Fantasy 14 where like Nan was part of like my daily fucking like log in for the night, hang out with the dude all night long. I've shared experiences for like years. Nan was part of my like everyday game in life. A really big part of it.
man, that's so true. I you and him would you and him would roll stuff so fucking hard too. Like I would log on and you two would be in a dungeon and be like, "Hey, Tom's on. Let's do more dungeons."
Yeah, dude. That guy was so efficient, right? And like
Yeah,
I was decent.
you
So
were very
like
good.
anytime like good players recognize good players, you're gonna try to get them in a group and play as efficiently as you can.
Yes.
And like rolling with you and Nonex and Meru, like Atma farming or something in Final Fantasy 14, like running 90-second Garudas back to back to back
Oh
was the
man,
fucking best you could get, dude.
that was so fucking intense.
And it
Yeah.
was you were so grateful. You were like, "This is a farm I have to do," and I got
Mhm.
3 super competent players who I could do it with, and we can bullshit the whole time in Ventrilo. Like, it was fucking banging, dude. I treasure those times. They were so good. I'm really glad I could share that with you guys.
I am too. Man, it it could just kind of reminds me of what you guys talked said before. Finding your people. Um,
Yeah,
I think that personally feel that as I get older, it feels overwhelmingly harder to find my people. And maybe because the pool's greater than what it was when I was 20.
mhm,
Um, Especially since when I was 20, a lot of the other 20-year-olds didn't really like MMOs or the internet in general or social media at all. Like I remember one of my friends getting me to sign up to Facebook when it was in beta. It was only for like college kids or something.
oh, yeah,
Um, it's it's a different setting now. It would be easy to find people, but the amount of filtering through people is so much greater now.
for sure, man.
Yeah, it's one of those things where there's still a signal, but there's a lot more noise surrounding.
Yeah.
It's just kind of saturated with. And nowadays, it's even at that point, it's like you don't even know what's a bot anymore. You know?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, the 80% of the internet's now bots. And all that type of shit. It's interesting. It's different. and it's uh, I guess overwhelming would be, you know, maybe not overwhelming, because I don't feel overwhelmed when I start to talk to somebody online that's I don't know. I think it's more of I just don't want to become attached to anybody, any more people. I, I think that's more along the lines of what it is. Um, because of a lot of the row of death that we gone through.
I think for me, it's when I was younger, games were a bigger part of my life, like as a piece of the pie, you know.
Hmm.
Like a bigger part of my personality was like the games I play and the characters I am in them, and I was more invested in these online worlds. And when you're more invested in these online worlds, it's easier to meet people who are also like as invested as you. And as I've gotten older, I've had to diversify my portfolio and like I can give less of my smaller percentage of myself to these video games.
Hmm.
And so like, now that I'm in my 40s, I see people are like more into games than me, right? They're more hardcore. They're more bought in, they're more invested in the meta. They're more invested in patch notes the same way I used to be. And I just don't have that much of myself to give away, right? I have
Yes.
more of
Yeah.
myself in like family and maintaining and and worrying and anxiety about real life. I just don't have as big of a piece of myself to give away. And it's harder to meet people when you're putting less of yourself out there, right?
Hmm.
Like a lot of these people that are playing video games looking for friendships, they're putting more of themselves into the game than you are, and it's hard to meet them on the same terms, right?
Yeah, it's hard to
So I've
match that. Yeah.
I've been running off my core group of friends since, the same guys I met in my 20s, right? You, Nonex, Ape. I've been running off that battery for and it's hard to meet people. Uh, you just aren't as invested in those worlds as you used to be. I still
Hmm.
love them, man. I still love gaming worlds. I wish I had more free time and more of myself to give, but I just don't. I hope one day I can get back there. I hope I can be playing games so much that I like think about them 8 hours a day or something. But I haven't been there in years, and I just haven't been able to be.
You know, Turtle WoW is kind of turning into that for me, where I'm able to think about, man, I know the path because I remember it, and I can kind of lay it out differently this time if I want to. Um, but
Yeah, I've had a lot of Turtle WoW too.
yeah, um, but yeah, I agree with you. I just have less to give, even though I have more to give. Um, so,
Yeah,
so
it's like we're older, we're more experienced, but like I don't know. It's hard to like sum up in words.
no, I.
Like I've met a lot of people that are playing WoW like for the first time in
Mhm.
Turtle WoW. I meet them, they whisper me, I whisper them back, but they have like this wide-eyed wonder. Like, wow, the game is so big, the people are so friendly. And I have this like almost jaded, like, yeah, I've been doing this for 20 years. I've been
Yeah.
where you are. And it's hard to I don't know, man. It's hard to meet people on the same
You know,
wavelength, right?
you know what it is too is it's just the age.
Yeah.
Obviously, a person, 17, 18, starting off whatever their like gaming, serious gaming life or whatever game going on the MMOs and doing all this, all that, and this is all new, and you're just at that age where you're like, oh wow, this is the first time I'm really starting to connect to people that kind of I connect with, and so there's that
100%.
aspect of it too. It's like why everybody loves the music that they grew up listening to in their teenage years, even if it's like objectively worse than previous ones. It's like, no, this is my music, right? So
Mm-hmm.
it's
My
like
jam.
this is it's about your age, it's about nostalgia, it's about so
I
Yeah, that's true.
go for it.
I was just gonna say that's totally true
Mm-hmm.
because like when you think about like all the people we used to play WoW with, they're all super close to our age, right? They're all in like their late 30s or early 40s. And that's probably not a coincidence, right? We were probably all in the same kind of mental space of like, hey, this is a huge MMO. I can meet friends here. I can meet people on my own terms. It was really cool, man. I can't imagine how different my life would have been if I just chose to play on a different server,
Oh yeah, man.
right? Like I never would have met any of you. I would have such a different life. As absurd as that sounds, so many of my friends I met online playing on Agrimmar,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and I would be a different person. I genuinely think I would be a different person if I just like played on Storm Reaver or some shit. Like I wouldn't have met you. I wouldn't have met many of my closest friends, people whose weddings I've gone to. It's insane to imagine how much impact a tiny, meaningless choice has made on my life. It's like what server to play on World of Warcraft.
But so true. I mean, the there's people always talk about the coin flip of if I went this way or that way. At certain points, there's ones that affect your life in a tremendous way. And MMOs do that. I mean, the if you're actually dedicating a lot of time to that, that time's going into what you're doing. Um,
Yeah,
so if you find the right people, that really that really runs. Like
sure, man.
I'm very blessed with the people that I've met online in all the different corners of the internet that I've gone. Uh, I'm very lucky, extremely lucky. Um, and I will be very sad when and if anything ever happens to any of them. Uh,
This has
so
already happened.
mhm,
yeah. So let me tell you, for that what was it, like 4 year period where I kind of started getting into drugs,
mhm,
hanging out with you know 4 or 5, I forget how many years, but I joined a different online community that was sort of drug centric, right? And
mhm.
I gotta say that I got knee deep in the whole experiencing losing online friends. And at this point, a lot of quite a few of these people I actually met in person, and it's like, oh, so and so died, and they're just it's several of them a year, and it's not
Jeez.
people that
Yeah,
I necessarily grew up with, but it's just you know people that I did definitely form a connection with. And I've gotten, unfortunately, to the point where it's like, oh, I'm not sure if it's a jadedness or if I've made my peace with it, because it's going to come for all of us. And I don't
yeah,
think, I don't think I'm in a headspace where I necessarily even view it as a bad point or a bad thing necessarily.
Mhm.
Yeah, it sucks for me. I can't talk to that person, but we're not supposed to be here forever. This is
Yeah.
this is this grade school for the way I view it is we're
yeah,
moving on to graduation and to better things. And and hopefully if the universe has some fairness to it, then I'll get to experience these people in different ways as as we all move on, so
I agree. I for me it's hard to not focus on death in general. Um, I think about it way too much. Um, but I agree. It's a life is and should be a stepping point. Even in the grand scheme of things, it's still just a stepping point. No matter what we become or what we do with our consciences. Um, it's an amazing thing that we get to experience, and we should be happy we at least got the time that we had gotten with those people.
Hope you're right, man. In some ways, I think maybe it's better to be like the first one to die, then you don't like have to like suffer through loss and stuff. I think it's probably like way worse to be like the last to die.
Oh yeah, um,
I don't even want to imagine that shit, dude.
it's
well,
Like,
I'll tell you. I saw my dad. He lived into almost 90, right?
holy shit.
And
What the fuck,
yeah,
dude? How old was your dad when you were born?
oh, he was 50.
Jesus Christ. That dude was still
So
getting it, huh?
hey,
He must have been a
Mexican
ladies'
yeah,
man.
man, Mexican. Oh yeah, I bet. Without
yeah, yeah, yeah,
still,
yeah.
without able, I bet.
Shouts out to
So
Pops.
so so anyway, I saw him as the years passed get calls that just broke him every time, and it's like, oh, this person that he's known all his life since his childhood just died, and
Another
and he
one
was
bites
basically
the dust.
the yeah, and he was the last one left, and it was very hard and sad to see.
Yeah, like who do you share stuff with, right?
Yeah,
Who do you share your
Yeah.
happy moments with, your sad moments with, the shit
Hmm.
you're excited about? It's like, ah, fuck. I just gotta sit on this till I fucking die.
Hmm.
man, it's so
Ah,
fucking rough. It's so true though. It's part of the reason why I love that we do this. Um, it's also why I'll write in a journal now and again. Just certain things need to come out. And
I
when,
hope I fucking die before both of you. And you can have a sad podcast about me, you fucking pricks.
oh man, it'll be. I will have to try to find that sound clip that Do has of you for that.
There's a few of those, man. I
There,
think some have resurfaced in recent times.
yeah, I believe so. Um, but it's true. Like with my wife and me, we've talked about it. We hope that we both go out at the same time somehow. Um, just so that one of us doesn't have to deal with the aftermath of being by ourselves without the other one there.
Yeah. It's a gruesome thought to
Hmm.
entertain.
Yeah, it is. It's part of life. I mean, that's just how it
It's
goes.
natural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, the only way to delay it is to get closer to a black hole. But for you, it wouldn't feel like like you're actually slowing down. Even though for the rest of the world, rest of the people, you would be.
Way to bring it back full circle, man. Holy shit.
Man,
Time is relative.
you know how I am. Um, so with that, it's 55 mark. Um, I'm going to start to close it down. I just want to say, No Next was an amazing person, an amazing friend, And I always wish I was a better friend for
I want to say rest in peace. No next, aka Wilson,
him.
aka he was one of my greatest friends for 20, 25 years. I still don't know his last name. No fucking idea.
Oh man, I remember. I can't remember his last name. He told me once. He shared a lot early on. He shared a lot more, and as it went on, he shared less and less. Um,
I mean, it doesn't even matter. He
no,
was the
but
best.
yeah,
He loved dogs. I hope I win the lottery one day so I can open up like a no-kill shelter in his name. That would
yes,
be so much fucking fun for me, dude. He loved dogs more than anybody I know. Dog memes, dog pictures. He he loved dogs and gotcha games. And he truly had like a really he really cared about people more than anyone I know. More than you, Tom, more than you, Abe.
yeah.
He was truly the
Oh yeah,
fucking
I hate people,
I hate people.
but Nan was a good person. I didn't know him too well, but anytime I saw him,
great.
it was a good time.
I may have called him a robot a couple of times because he was so good at video games. People may have accused him of being a sexy girl,
I
which he
start.
was not fond of.
I started that rumor. I did a lot of stuff that really put big wedges in between our friendship. It was hard. The
It
truth.
really pissed him off.
Oh yeah,
I accused him of being a girl one time, and he didn't talk to me for like a year.
yeah, yeah. It's something that I jokingly started with a mutual friend of ours. The mutual friend though ran with it like he was running with scissors, man.
It was a great joke.
It
It was
was
a great joke. I remember there were 5 or 6 pictures of him on like a
yes,
shared website that we had,
yep,
and we had it was like no next 1, no next 2, no next 3, no next 4, no next 5, and then there was a secret like 6th picture which wasn't listed in the directory, but if you typed in the URL, if you were like, I want to see no next 6, I want to see how much sex you this internet girl can get, if you type that in, you would get a picture of a donkey with an enormous erection.
I didn't know about that. I knew about the other
Yeah.
pictures, but I didn't know about the sixth one.
Yeah, they listed like 5 in the directory,
Oh
and then if
man,
you're like, oh, it's losing more and more clothes, I want to see where this goes, and you type it in manually, you would get a huge donkey cock like right in your face.
that's so funny. So deserved too, in my opinion.